All right. Welcome to Art, Creativity, and The Legend of Zelda. I'll take it you're all Zelda fans? Shot in the dark here? Whatever that is. What's a Zelda? No. Raise your hand if you know who I am. That's a nice hefty bunch. My name is Joel Siegel. I am the head of what is known as Linktober. Now, raise your hand if you're familiar with Inktober. Awesome. Let me at least walk a few people who are unfamiliar through this. Inktober, come on in, don't be shy. Inktober was a drawing challenge started by an artist named Jake Parker in 2009. He is a comic illustrator. You can find him at some conventions. And Inktober was a daily ink drawing each day of October. Now, it kind of spread like wildfire through the artist community. So much so that I got wind of it and decided to try and push myself as an artist through the challenge, not being able to complete all 31 days, because boy howdy, is it tough. So I thought to myself, hey, what will inspire me to go all the way through all 31? What do I love enough? What has enough to pull from? And looking at my left wrist, the idea dawned on me. Zelda. Zelda was the answer. It is the answer. Besides 42. So I did Zelda all 31 days of October of 2015. I was one of 3 artists on Instagram hashtagging it with the clever hashtag of Linktober. It pushed me all the way through all 31 days. So I figured, hey, you know, there are a lot of people out there that draw Zelda fan arts. So if it can get me through this, maybe it'll get a few more people. I contacted the other fellows that were doing their art that year. Neither were that interested in pursuing Linktober as a thing. So I took it under my wing and snagged all the social media, the website, built everything from nothing. That includes all the social media graphics, the calendar, the website, everything that you have seen visually that is officially Linktober is done by me. It was a lot of work. In our first year in 2016, we successfully gained 300 participants worldwide. So it went from 3 to 300 in 1 year. I don't know if anyone's playing along, but that's a pretty big growth. Now we're just about 4 years in, and we have 2,000 plus participants worldwide. So we still grow. We have had the lovely pleasure of working with a lot of local artists. Here's a few, as well as Zelda Dungeon, and even some shout outs from Zelda Universe. So that's been fun so far, but we're still growing. So, in other words, Linktober is creating whatever you want to create for all 31 days of October, based on one of our 3 calendars, because we do have 3 calendars. There's the main calendar, which is the green one, that has random sort of stuff on it from the Zelda universe, the Zelda fandom, I should say, not a trademarked name. We have the Quest calendar, which is a much more linear adventure, where you can build a character, many characters, and take them on an adventure through your artwork. We also have the Chance calendar, which was new last year, which you roll a die each day, and that dictates what you're making. We have a calendar that's a suggestion each month. It's the purple one. It's called Linktober Legacy, in which you can do whatever you want, as many pieces, as few pieces, and just hashtag it with Linktober, share it on social media. We reshare what we find with your credit, tags, and the effort to try and lead people back to you. It is not our goal to gain followers, it is our goal to gain you followers. We do not use bots. We take a lot of pride in that. I have an entire team known as the Linktober Rangers, which are 13 participants from all around the world. A few here in North America, one in Scotland, one in the Netherlands, four in Australia, one in Vancouver. Yeah, they're around. And they also do shows as well. But they are my team, and I would not be able to do anything without them, as well as with the amazing support of all of you fans, friends, and my lovely wife. So for quick reference and shout outs here at C2E2, you can see I'm wearing ears. I purchased these ears at the Renaissance Fair last year at the Elven Caravan, who is indeed here at the show. I want to say they're booth 1088. They're not very far from my table. My table in the Artist Alley is the easiest to remember for all Zelda fans. If you've heard me say it before, you already know. It is T4 for Triforce. So pretty easy to find. I can direct you to any of the booths. Also, there are two Ocarina stores here in Poptaku Point. There is Songbird Ocarina. They came to the meetup as well, and STL Ocarina. So if you're looking for an ocarina, go see them. If you're looking for ears, see Elven Caravan. And one of our artists here is also in the Artist Alley. Now, we're going to get to the actual panel part and stop talking about me. We don't need to hear enough from me. It's fine. I brought them here so they can speak and talk about this amazing franchise of which we all, what I should say, it fills our hearts. Starting off, we have Janina right here with Oddly Cute, Oddly Cosplay. She does visual art and cosplay, so we'll be speaking about that sort of stuff momentarily. Obvious on cosplay, right? Award-winning cosplayer as well. There's some bashfulness there. But, you know, we're not going to beat around the bush there. You know, it's cool stuff. Next, we have Karina, who has participated in a couple of days in Linktober, does her own video game art, has some really awesome art that can be found around Chicago, even in tables at restaurants. So local artist, just started working for a video game studio, but does some really awesome artwork, and we'll be sharing some of that very soon. Bravely came up to my table and introduced herself last year, saying, hey, I did this Korok, and now she's here at the panel. Next to her, we have the lovely Raz, who does some really amazing, awesomely dynamic, cartoony art that if you haven't seen it, yeah, you're missing out. Not gonna lie there. He can be found at table M7 in the Artist Alley. So you do need to go see him so you can maybe get a few of those pieces, some awesome buttons, chat with him, shake his hand, you know, bump elbows, do fun dances. I don't know. I don't know what else you got there. Like,
yeah, we can high five.
Can high five. That's good. Our final panelist at the end is none other than Masis, who is the head of a, you know, you may have heard of it. It's a little Zelda fan site. It's called Zelda Dungeon. You know, you might have heard of it. Feel free to clap for all these people, please, please. They are totally awesome. I would not have this panel without them, so I owe them a great debt of gratitude. And let's, on that note, let's start out. We're gonna do some talking about what each of us do, how the franchise inspires us and such. Then we're gonna do a little bit of trivia, in which case you can win some things from some of us, and we will do some audience Q&A when you can ask us some awesome things. Then some more trivia. And we'll probably cut it at the last 5 to 10 so you guys can all come up and meet all of us in person, see our art, see some stuff. How's that sound? Sounds good? You got it. Let's roll.
Do you want to go first or should I?
I can start this off.
Yeah.
We wrote some topics down.
I got an email on a good list of things, so let's do it. Is this on? Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Okay, also there's 2 empty chairs in the front if anybody really needs to sit down. I noticed a lot of you standing. So.
Sure, yeah, there's
Two
some open
there.
seats,
If
please.
there's any open seats, just raise your hand.
Grab a seat. If you feel like sitting cross-legged in front of us on the floor, you're totally good too. Let's start basically with you all talking about what you do and why you do that.
I could just read the email then. Okay, so my name is Janina, also known as Audley Q for my artist and Audley Cosplay. I've been a professional cosplayer for 2 years now. My first cosplay that I won in was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Link for best prop for my Guardian Shield, which was the best and worst prop I've ever made. I've been an artist all my life. Sometimes I do Artist Alley, but not this one. But you can see some of my stuff here. I do have business cards here if you guys want any. Let's see. My first Zelda game I've ever beaten and really enjoyed was Twilight Princess. Also scared the living Jesus out of me because I was little and it was dark and I had boss battles. So, yeah.
Can I ask, what was the durability of that Guardian Shield you made?
It was made of plexiglass, and it